Forget gurus. Forget anyone claiming to be an online business expert without going through the challenges of entrepreneurship themselves. The Real Money, Real Business podcast is here to prove the best insights in online business comes from your fellow online business builders. We dig into stories of entrepreneurs selling their business on the Empire Flippers marketplace so that you can learn how they made their business profitable, how they overcame obstacles, and what lessons they learned in their online journey. If you want to take your business and your knowledge to the next level, you've come to the right podcast. Let's get started.
Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of the Real Money, Real Business podcast. We record these interviews so that potential buyers can learn more about the business and the seller to help them make an informed buying decision. If you would like to learn more about this business, including details like what type of business it is, how much revenue and profit it makes, and all of the assets included with the business, simply visit empireflippers.com/marketplace and search for this business's listing number, which you can find in the video thumbnail and in the description. Or if you're watching this on YouTube, you can click the link in the description to go straight to the listing. So without further ado, let's get into this interview. First up, let's learn a little bit about you. Can you tell us about your background in building and running online businesses?
Hi, so regarding question one, I come from a photography background, which gave me first-hand insight into what creative tools, to kind of work on. In March 2023, I created this business with, almost no upfront capital and focused on building organic traffic through SEO and Reddit marketing. And then by curating and developing Lightroom presets that connected with photographers. So I was able to build a strong brand with awareness of other brands, of course. And I was able to generate consistent demand. So this is my first full-scale online business. I've applied everything I've learned in university. I studied entrepreneurship and kind of creative approach to grow it. And now it's profitable, it's sustainable. It's a brand that now generates more than 4 to recently 5 figures in monthly revenue.
Why are you selling the business now instead of keeping it and growing it further?
Right. So I'm selling the business because I've reached a natural point where I would like to move on to new projects. This business has been great success for me, but it's largely stable and systemized now, which means a new owner can continue running and scaling it. So I've learned a lot from this business from building it. And I want to redirect my energy into fresh ventures where I can apply those lessons. The decision is not out of necessity since the business is profitable, but out of a desire to take on new challenges and opportunities. This is what I'm interested in doing.
Can you describe the amount and the type of work that you do on this business to maintain it?
So day to day, I spend around 15 to 30 minutes monitoring piracy and handling DMCA takedowns. So that includes doing a scan of Google with certain specific wide search keywords that cover Australia, that cover Germany, cover the European branch, and that cover the USA. I spend my days, mostly doing that. If that's just a general day, so that's 15 to 30 minutes. I also release new packs from time to time, which typically require, 4 to 5 hours in a given week, making them. Of course, I liaise with my Fiverr guy. And the business requires very little active work since the sales funnels flowing through organic funnels at the moment. So I just kind of recently had it on ads, and that was just to improve visibility and traffic, but realistically the thing is going about it and see if you get access to that dashboard and etc.
So if you were to keep this business, what are some of the ways you would try to grow it?
If I was to keep the business, I would probably explore the name further and expand to other potential markets. One direction would be able to focus more on video LUTs and more creative tools, which could open up a wider customer base. I would also consider creating a marketplace, possibly inviting other creators to sell their own products under the umbrella of my brand while keeping my presets as the core focus. So the business, already benefits from a large email list with strong reviews and a solid trust in the market, which makes it, possible to grow significantly with the right strategies. So.
Right. And what would you say are the biggest risks with this business that buyers should be aware of?
I think the biggest risk with this business come from the piracy and the competitive nature of the digital product market. So Lightroom presets and digital downloads can sometimes be shared illegally. Sometimes, I say sometimes, but I think all the time, especially if you're doing well online with any digital product, this becomes a lens for many illegal websites to grab your content, throw it on there, throw it on for free. This is why DMCA is such an integral part of, my daily thing, scanning and removing. I guess forces buyers to pay the correct price of what it's valued and go to the right sources, which is my site, to buy the content from. Another risk is competition. So there's many sellers out there. So staying visible through SEO and maintaining a strong brand positioning is key for this to work. The business has proven resilient because of its strong organic funnels. So high-ranking SEO posts and trusted brand name that goes with, good comments that have just been praised online that are in the right places when you search on Google, which, generate traffic and interest. These factors have helped it sustain strong sales, even when piracy and competition was on the up, let's say.
How much support are you willing to offer the buyer who acquires this business?
I'm willing to provide hands-on support for about 2 months after the sale. We can talk about this. So during this time, the buyer can have regular contact with me, ask any questions they want, or clarify any processes. I'll walk them through the funnels, SEO placements, Reddit, and YouTube comment strategy that I've got, and DMCA process I'm using right now with my current guy that I'm using, of course, to get all my contacts. I can also show you how to hand over my freelancer contracts who handle the DMCA that I've just mentioned and preset creation, along with the AI workflows I built to streamline the monitoring process and DMCA. That's with DMCA, I think it's more, I use a lot of AI assistants to help me kind of, deal with all these URLs and clean them and then send them off to the guy. So yeah, even after the first few months, I'd be open to the buyer having a word with me for further clarification or, just advice with business running smoothly.
Are you open to negotiating something like an earn-out agreement?
My preference is for a clean sale with the lump sum payment, as I believe this makes the transition smoother for both parties.
Okay, final question. If you had to put yourself in the shoes of a buyer, why is your business a business worth buying?
I believe this business is worth buying because it has very strong fundamentals. So it consistently generates 5-figure revenue each month with very low overheads. This alone is a huge benefit, which is it's very easy to run with minimal effort, let's say. There is still effort required, of course, but yeah, that's one of the biggest points. Also, ad expenditure is almost zero to low, which is extremely rare, I believe, in these situations with these kind of businesses. So yeah, high profit margins. The traffic is primarily organic, which is also a big positive thing. Yeah, and also the email list, which is large and engaged. So it provides a solid base to expand into your areas, such as video LUTs. You go into mobile filters further if that's what you're into, or even a wider creative marketplace. And I guess what sets it apart is the brand, which is already established in a niche where visibility and trust are often very hard to build. And yeah, that would allow the next donor to step in and start earning immediately. Of course, while still having plenty of opportunities to grow further in the future.
All right, everyone. Thanks for listening. To learn more and see if this business is still for sale, head over to empireflippers.com/marketplace and search for this business listing number, which you can find in the video thumbnail and description. Or if you're watching this on YouTube, click the link in the description to go straight to the listing. Once you've unlocked this listing, you'll find everything you need to know about this business. So, thanks for joining us. See you next time.